Hey guys, what's up? All right, guys. So I know this was last minute, but welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This morning, we're going to recap the first episode, the sneaky first episode of Darcey and Stacey. Guys, so this wasn't supposed to premiere until August 16th, but as you guys know, TLC snuck it in. So if you have TLC on demand, if you're on Hulu, or even if you watched it on their site, you saw the first episode. And the funny thing is, everybody said this episode was going to be garbage, right? So the series was going to be silly, all plastic surgery, lip fillers, this and that, and Darcey's just played out and we're done. I'm not done. I love this, guys. This was so exciting for me because, sure, you guys were starting to sway me for a second, but no freaking way. This was so good for me. I love seeing the side of Stacey. I love seeing her get her own 90 days before the 90 days kind of moment. I love seeing Darcey a little bit jealous, even though we've seen her like that before. But guys, before we jump into this, there's so much to cover. I want to let you guys know, thank you so much for the support. I've been getting your super chats and super stickers. I really appreciate you guys donating to support the channel and keep us afloat. You guys are awesome. Also, guys, we have a really busy day. So today I have 4 videos to do. I'm going to be doing an interview with Molly Hopkins from TLC's 90 Days Before the 90 Days at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's 7 p.m. for you guys on the East Coast. I'm also doing a TLC 90 Day the Other Way recap at 7:15. I'm doing the Real Housewives of Potomac recaps at some point today with Sherelle. And of course, we're about to recap Darcey and Stacey. So if I'm talking really fast, it's because I have a lot to get in. And guys, also before we start, you guys know what our goal is right now. So we're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. Why? Well, if you guys don't know, YouTube has a cool feature called the merch store. So once we hit 10,000 subscribers, guys, I can open the merch store and we're going to open an anti-bullying campaign called Buy Jolene. If you guys don't know who Jolene is, she's an internet troll who comes on my page and always gives me nasty comments about how awful I look or how stupid my videos are, or whatever the case is, but she's not the nicest. And so I want to turn a negative into a positive. So I'm going to take the money from the merch store and we're going to donate back to stop cyberbullying and bullying in general, because we've all been bullied at some point and, you know, we're going to give back. All right, guys, with that being said, let's jump into our first recap of episode 1 of Darcey and Stacey. Okay, guys, so if you're not familiar with them, Darcey and Stacey, they're a set of twins who are 45 years old from Middleton, Connecticut. They have kind of a weird situation, and I'm not the one saying this. This didn't come out of my mouth, but they have kind of the ugly duckling story. So they weren't the cutest in high school. I guess they call themselves late bloomers, whatever it is. And now they're like little glamazons, you know? They run around, they dress the same, they wear the same puffy coats. They literally do everything the same. They got married at the same time. They had kids at the same time. They got divorced at the same time. They drive the same white Nissan. They decorated their apartments the same. Oh my gosh, just all over the place. They just literally do all the same things. And they both date foreign men. Hence why we're on 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, right? So we kind of get to know Stacey a little bit more because obviously Darcey's a seasoned vet. We know Darcey, we know all about her. And as we get into the episode, we do kind of a flashback to Tom and Jesse, who Darcey dated before. So as we know, I can't cuss on here, this is YouTube, but Darcey has shite taste in men, guys. We've seen it before. Tom was a total, well, you guys can say it, I can't. And Jesse and his attitude, I can't even take that. So with that being said, Darcey just hasn't had the best of luck. So I guess TLC is giving her another chance. As we see later in the season, she's going to meet her new man he's a hunk. He's from Bulgaria and he's, I guess his name's Rusev. I don't really know what's going to happen, but we'll get into that later. All I saw is in the future episode, she's going to be like, do you love me? And it's like, Darcey, this is the same old Darcey we always see. You just bagged a man and you already want him to like put a ring on it. It's too much, Darcey. You got to tone it down. Take a page from Stacey's book. Or maybe not, actually. Because if you guys watch the episode, you know that Stacey is having her own problems with Florian. Again, guys, we don't know too much about Stacey yet, but Stacey's been with her guy Florian, who's from Albania, for about 5 years. Florian's 25 years old, or was when they met, and she was, I want to say 40. I don't want to make this up. Yeah, 25 and 40. So they have a 15-year age gap. Now, of course, they're 30 and 45, and he finally got approved for the K-1 visa. So he's coming to visit, and not visit, he's coming to do his 90 days, and they're going to see if it works out. But of course, in true TLC fashion, guys, and if I'm yelling, I don't care because this gets me excited. We have a cheating scandal. And it doesn't get me excited because I want to see anybody go through a cheating scandal. It gets me excited because I don't want to watch boring people on reality TV just living their everyday lives, or else I would just watch my everyday life, you know? So obviously we're going to have a good scandal. Darcey's going to come in. Darcey thinks that this Florian guy has Tom tendencies, which that's a red flag. And Stacey's not having it. She feels like Darcey's always there to ruin everything that is good for Stacey. And Stacey feels like she's always supportive of Darcey and when she starts dating. So this is just kind of like a little bit of twin back and forth. I don't know. So anyways, guys, as we get into the episode, and I'm going to start taking your calls in a little bit. Hi, Carla. Hi, Jamal. Hi, Kelly. Hi, everybody. Gina, welcome into the room, guys. I'm going to start taking calls. I just want to get through the recap. We see them go play tennis because they're exercising. I guess Darcey is getting ready to bag herself her new man. And they start talking about, again, Florian coming. But after the tennis match or the little tennis practice, whatever you want to call it, Stacey goes her own separate way. Guys, if you missed the episode, this is where Stacey goes to meet Tom. Okay, questions. 1, why is Tom in Connecticut when he's supposed to be in England? 2, what does Tom want? You know, like last time we checked, Tom called Darcey fat and desperate. It's not cute, Tom. That's not how you should talk to women. And 3, why is Stacey even entertaining this? Stacey said that Darcey's not going to be happy, especially the fact that she's keeping this a secret. Guys, I have a... Say hi, Mayday. Sorry, she's crawling in my lap. You know, so Stacey shouldn't be meeting with him anyways. And I think this is a desperate plea. I feel like Tom knows Darcey got a show. Tom wants more airtime. Either that, Tom wants more airtime, or B, producers tricked Tom and told him that they were going to feature him in a different way. And they really wanted to kind of give Darcey the vindication after he called her fat. They wanted to kind of make him look like the Jack ASS instead of, you know, the way that he kind of did that to her on the spot last time. And if that's the case, then good for you, TLC, because I'm not a big fan of Tom. And usually I don't, usually I don't get opinionated. You guys know that. Yes, Mayday. Hi, Gelsey. Hi, Shan. So Tom ends up coming there to say that, you know, he feels like what he did was wrong. And Stacey pretty much stands her ground and she's like, stop trying to get in contact with my sister. She's trying to move on. You called her fat. You were inappropriate. And Tom puts up this BS on the table saying, your sister never really loved me. Tom, were you watching the same show? Because you had a lot to say and you had a lot of opinions about Darcey's behavior and about how obsessive she was with you. So which one is it? Was she obsessed with you and totally in love, too much for you to bear? Or did she not love you at all? Because at this point, you're becoming a little bit of a flip-flopper and we're not having it here. And neither was Stacey. Stacey's like, BS, you know that's not true. And Tom's like, you know what? I'm just going to say this. The reason I'm here is because I went to therapy and it helped me. I don't think Darcey should continue on and continue into a new relationship with this kind of baggage. So I came here to tell you, Stacey, that I think Darcey should get therapy. What? So you flew all the way across the pond to tell her twin sister that you think that your ex-girlfriend, and you guys haven't been together for how long now, should get therapy? I don't know, Tom. It sounds like you might need therapy at this point. So guys, continuing on, we move forward and we meet Mike. Mike is Darcey and Stacey's dad, and this guy is going to be a bad, you know, this guy's awesome already. So as Darcey's sitting at the table, guys, 35 in the room, everybody please like the video. Let's get more eyes in here. Let's continue on. I know Darcey and Stacey, it's a new episode or a new season, so it's going to take a minute to build this up. Also, guys, I know that I put this out there last minute, so thank you guys, everybody, for joining us. And we end up meeting Mike, and I guess Mike has an interesting story. So he's been living in China for about 24 years now. And he visits about twice a year for 2 weeks at a time. So all of the family lives in the house that Mike bought for them. It's Stacey, Darcey, Darcey's daughters, Aniko and Aspen, and then also Darcey's mom, Nancy. And then I guess Mike comes in every once in a while, but he's there for filming because the coronavirus is in. But I feel like I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. But Mike paid for the house. We meet Mike, and he's super down to earth. Darcey drops the whole bomb that Florian's coming. He's on his way, and there's photos of him possibly cheating on Stacey. Mike said, listen, if he did this, he's an idiot. If he posted it, he's an idiot. Darcey said he didn't post it, she posted it. And he's like, okay, well, when he arrives from Albania, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to talk to him man to man, and we're going to see what's up. And I really like that because I like a good dad that's even though they're 45, those are still his babies. So good for you, Mike. I can't wait to see this, especially because this Florian guy from Albania, I don't know if you guys know too much about him yet. He's from Albania. He's 30 years old. He lives with his parents. He has no job. He doesn't know how to cook. He doesn't know how to do his laundry. He doesn't have any income right now. He can't drive. He has an anger problem, and he has a cheating scandal. What are we doing, Stacey? And Stacey just paid for a K-1 visa. Stacey, you're not getting a new man. You're getting a new man-child. You're getting a big baby, a big grown-up baby. And sure, I don't think Darcey's telling Mike because she really wants to block Florian out for the right reasons. I think Darcey's telling Mike because she's jealous that Stacey has a little bit like an inkling of happiness right now, and Darcey doesn't have a man to lean on. I think that's why she jumps straight into the social media dating, online dating, and she's like, I have 2-3 men lined up, one from Bulgaria, one from Germany. She was not going to go through this whole season and not have a man that she was going to meet up with. You guys are out of your mind if you think that was going to happen. It's not going to happen. Let's keep it moving, guys. 40 in the room. That's awesome. So as we keep going, what are you guys saying in here, by the way? Debbie, so excited you're in the room. Tom was out of bounds with that therapy mess. It was so stupid that Tom was even there, Debbie. He shouldn't have been there. I can't watch Darcey anymore, but I'll watch you, Adam. Aaron, thank you. You're more than welcome to come back any day. They look like, okay, Carla. Happy Monday. All right, guys. So moving forward, we end up having dinner that night. Okay, so we're all sitting around the table, and this is where we meet Nancy. I like Nancy. She's she's calm. She's kind of cool. Apparently, she has this great kind of comedic personality that we're going to get to know better. And I'm excited for that, too, because obviously, we haven't seen that yet. We see her at the table kind of mess up Florian's name when she asks Stacey. She's like, so how's Florian? And they all start laughing, making fun of his name. And she's kind of just... I think she did it because she's like, listen, you've been with him for 5 years and we've never met him. Like, how's Florian? Like, kind of dismissing it. I don't think she was being a jerk. I think she was just trying to be like cute about it. And then, of course, we meet again, Aniko and Aspen, Darcey's kids. Then we see Darcey and Stacey sing their song. I don't even want to talk about that because that was a hot mess. If you guys want to look it up, it's in the description. You guys can check it out there. But Darcey, stick to reality TV, sis. So we sit there and we go through the whole dinner and we start, talking about Florian and that he's coming and it's going to be an experience, whatever the case is. We get past that, dinner's over. They feature the song. Like I said, I don't want to talk about that. And then we end up seeing Stacey, and Stacey's on FaceTime with Florian. She's like, hey, Florian, like, I can't wait. He's like, oh, baby, I love you. Like, I'm so excited to be with you, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, in the confessionals, she addresses the cheating. She says that Florian said that the woman in these photos claims that she was just trying to take photos with him just for social media stuff. Like she was just wanting photos with him. But question, Florian, when people ask for photos with me, I don't normally have my shirt off with the sheet under my chest with a pillow behind my head. And usually the person that's taking photos with me is not in lingerie, if nothing's happening, that is. If there is, then I guess that's something. I mean, that's a different story, but that's not the case here, Florian. You're busted. Stacey's gonna stick by your side though for now until you arrive, until you get into Connecticut, and until her family reads you for the filth that you are with this whole cheating scandal. And I hate to be like that, Florian, because I really want to be not biased in this, but I'm totally team Darcey and Stacey. You can't cheat on my girls here. And so anyways, guys, Darcey comes over to Stacey, offers her like a garment to wear. And she's like, hey, Stacey, if you want to try this, whatever. And she's like, are you sure you want to do this? He's starting to remind me a little bit of Tom. Stacey goes, ew, don't do that. He's nothing like Tom. Drop it. He didn't do it. We talked about it. He didn't do it. Darcey's like, okay, I don't know. I don't know. And Stacey's like, like, you better not try to ruin this moment for me. So she gets ready and they end up going and they exit and Darcey says her goodbyes to Stacey while Stacey heads off to the airport. Guys, these little matching fur coats, I can't with it. It was cute though, but they look like little, dress up dolls. It's funny. I don't know. Them matching everything and really doing the twin thing up like to the extreme is I guess, just comical to me. Hi, Pam. Welcome into the room. Hi, Marta. But she ends up going to the airport. And then as soon as she gets to the airport, she opens the trunk of the Range Rover Velar, gets into the back in her little fur coat, takes off her boots, and she puts on like her 6, 7, maybe 8-inch Louboutins. I thought it was cute for a second until Stacey started walking off and almost broke her ankle. It reminded me of, I forgot what, it was the hot chick. It was the hot chick, with Rob Schneider, with the little kid in the movie when he's trying to walk in the heels. And they called him Booger, and they're like, "Hey, Booger, you have to learn how to walk in those heels if you're gonna wear them, buddy." It's like that's what I felt about Stacey. I was like, "Listen, sister, you got to learn how to walk in them if you're gonna wear them," you know. And she was like, "When I wear these, guys, 50 in the room, that's amazing. Let's hit 60." Stacey said, "When I wear these, I feel like Sassy Stacey," and I'm all for Sassy Stacey. Sassy Stacey wants to pick up Florian from the airport and take him straight to New York City. She doesn't want to go home to Connecticut quite yet. This is Florian's first time in America, and she wants to give him that big wow factor. You know, that kind of factor that says, this is what your experience is not going to be like. This is the glam and glitz that you're not going to have, and don't get used to it. Kind of like that. It's like a big, like, wow, okay. It's like the smoke and mirrors before you kind of actually, he's going to get there, be sitting with the family, sit with Nancy, Mike, Aspen, and Nico, and jealous Darcey. This is going to be a lot. So she ends up going to pick him up, whatever the case is. And then we pan back over and we see Darcey talking about how she, I guess eventually she feels like the relationship's going to change. The dynamic's going to change. Because if you guys think about it, Darcey and Stacey, they were one twosome. Now you're adding the other one. Now that's one threesome. That's not going to work because Darcey's jealous. So then they're going to be a twosome. Darcey's going to be a lonesome onesome. And that's why she's online dating for Rusev, making herself one twosome. I know. I wasn't good at math in high school, but I just did it for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the link right now if anybody wants to call in and sound off on this. And in the meantime, I'm going to tell you guys what we have to look forward to the rest of the season. So let me go ahead and drop that link. And if you guys want to call in, I have to take a breath. Espresso. Well, actually, that's La Croix, but whatever. Okay, guys, so what we have coming up for the rest of the season, Florian gets in and we see his bad attitude. We see him cussing out Stacey's friends. We see him saying that he doesn't have to answer to them at all. We see Darcey, she starts to date this new man, Rusev. She gets in the bathtub and she like sexy FaceTimes him, goes to meet him and asks him if he loves her already. So she's kind of out of her mind in her own right. I don't know, guys. It's going to be wild. It's going to be messy. We see that this woman that Florian cheated with, she FaceTimes with Darcey and she says he just wanted to be in my honey. I don't even want to dissect that and know what that means. You guys use your imagination. But actually, I have somebody who's pretty straightforward. She has to keep it clean though, because this is YouTube. Don't forget Carla. And I think she'll let me know what it means. Hi, Carla. How are you?
Good. How are you, Adam?
What do you think?
Now you know.
Oh God, okay. Give it to me.
I completely feel like Darcey is straight up obsessed and seriously jealous of her own sister. It's sickening because
they're so competitive.
So competitive. Darcey wants to have a man like Stacey. Darcey wants to dress like Stacey. Darcey wants to be just Stacey. Like she wants to be Stacey. And Tom is completely obsessed with Darcey. And they all need their little extra 15 minutes of fame. And Darcey is a Coty 2.0.
I can't with Tom, but Carla, I'm about to bring Debbie in because we love Debbie. Before I do, I have a question.
Yes.
Stacey and Darcey said that they had kids at the same time, right?
Yes.
I see a Nico and Aspen. Where's Stacey's kids? I'm not only going to bring on Debbie, but I'm going to bring on Jamal because who doesn't love a good four-way to talk about the twins, you know?
Hey,
Jamal, Debbie, hi everyone. If anybody has an echo, I just have to drop you down, but seems like we're fine. Hi guys. All right, hey. Debbie, you first. Favorite moment of Darcey and Stacey?
Favorite moment? Oh, when she kind of almost slipped in the parking lot with the tall heels. I just thought that was typical of these twin girls. trying the most and failing the most at it.
No, and do you remember when Darcey did that wedding dress when Tom's like, who's she getting married to? And it was like that super risque, like boobs up, showing everything. They really do. They always kind of do the most.
They live in their own little twin land. It's sort of based on reality, but sort of not. It's just like amped up on meth or something. Twin meth. It's just cray. Real people can't understand what these two have going on. And I agree with you, Carla. I think that Darcey is very jealous of her sister and what she has. That's why she goes to each of these foreign men. She did it with Jesse. She did it with Tom. She gets over there, and 10 minutes later, she's like, let's get married. I need a ring because her sister got engaged in 10 days, which is unrealistic.
And Florian
and normal
has these crazy abs, so now this new guy has to have crazy abs. Competitive.
It's just
and they live in their own twin world. Like I feel like what you just said, but I feel like they sit there and they let each other know their extremes and eccentric behavior, that it's okay. So they keep on trying to one up each other, and they don't realize on the outside looking in, they're just getting more and more kind of like cartoonish in their ways. But I love
it's almost an underlying knockoff Kardashian.
But here's the kicker, though. I think Darcey is the more jealous of the two. I think Stacey's a little bit more laid back and not as vindictive. When she comes and she talks to Darcey, it's with a kind heart, and she's genuine with it. Darcey goes after her sister for no good goddamn reason. And it's all based out of pure jealousy. Oh, sorry if I said a bad word.
No, you're fine. Mike said that. Mike said that he felt like Darcey has always been the more demanding twin, that she's always needed more, whereas like Stacey's been able to kind of turn it off throughout the years. Like she's kind of learned how to be able to manage it, but they've always kind of competed for each other's attention. Jamal, what do you think? What was your favorite part of the episode?
When she put them shoes on, almost fell. Because she thought she was so cute. I'm like, okay, I'm not mad at you. Like I know women who like will drive in Uggs and then change out into the heels. I get it, but then when she did damn near snap that ankle, I'm like, oopsie. You supposed to practice first. Practice.
I have two questions. One is how she's wearing that white coat, and she just like gets into the car, slides in, and like lets the coat slide all over the dirty car and everything. Almost like when Erica was wearing that white cream coat in Rome on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. How do people wear these outfits and not just totally destroy them? And two, where are Stacey's children?
Oh, they're not gonna be shown. She keeps them in the back until she's married, and then she brings them out. That's how you do it.
I feel like the dad probably won't let them be on camera.
I agree with you.
I feel like
that's fair.
And
if they had their kids around the same time, they're both under 18, so they need both parents' approval.
Yeah, and I think the dad's like, look at Darcey in her life. There is no hell way are we putting our kids on camera. No way.
No, I agree with Darcey. She's the more desperate of the two twins. She's very, very desperate. So I'm watching the first season or whatever with Darcey and Jesse, and I kind of see why he had the attitude he has, because like she wanted like a ring as soon as she got off the plane.
Yes.
As soon as she got off the plane, she kept pressuring. And he wanted to marry her. I really felt like he wanted to marry her, but he got frustrated because like, this isn't an engagement ring. It's a promise ring. Like, what is it? What are we doing? Is this a pre-engagement? I'm like, I snatched my ring out, threw you out the car. Like, you know what? Good luck with your life. Because she's very impulsive. She's the impulsive one. Like, everything has to be now. Everything has to be now. She's like the kid. Like, okay, here's your birthday presents. Don't open them. She gonna open them.
She's gonna take a peek.
She gonna rip them open, play with it, put it back in the box, then rewrap it. That's the twin she is. Well, Stacey's the more like, okay, I'm gonna slightly take my time. She's not the over the top. She's like the more level headed.
I like how Aniko and Aspen read Darcey at the table, and they're like, when they're like, are you dating? Or I think her mom asked her, are you dating? She's like, I'm talking to a few people, and they're like, is your profile picture updated this time? And it's like, oh. Come on.
The one thing I get 90 Day Fiance, I get the premise. I mean, great job for them parlaying their 15 minutes into 45 minutes. I congratulate them. But we have there's broke, unemployed, hot guys in Canada and the US. What's the problem? Why are you going so far? That's doing too much. Like
she wants a outside man like her sister.
But there's Canada, there's Mexico. I mean, like, because you can
But
do
I
a
feel like
pop-up.
she wants that dominant, aggressive, foreign, like.
I mean,
But she can't handle it. Darcey can't handle the pressure. She gets to drinking and spazzing and drinking and go to sleep and wake up and drink again like nothing happened.
And my thing is,
Well, that's why Tom said therapy.
But with Europeans, you can't do a pop-up. See, in Canada, you can do a pop-up in like 2 hours. Hit that plane, boom. Show up, pop up. What's going on here? Mexico, pop like 3 hours, pop up, boom. Europe, you gotta do you can't do a pop-up in like 10 hours like flight time. Nah, that's doing too much. Nah, you keep them closer, keep them closer.
And Darcey kept throwing her shade too when she's like Stacey only sees him like 2 times a year anyway, so 5 years, like, really, I don't know, it's whatever, you know, like, just kind of everybody's already dismissing her. I feel like her relationship with the mom calling him Florian, not respecting enough to even call him Florian, and like Darcey saying like, well, she sees him whenever, like, who knows what he's doing. It's like,
well,
I mean,
that's Stacey's life. She can do what she wants to. Why does Darcey follow in her footsteps? Why does Darcey even care? Darcey needs to be focused on her man, and her 2 children.
I think we're actually gonna get to love Stacey more than we like Darcey. I'm so excited to find. Yeah.
Well, see, Stacey's the one you'll like, but Darcey's the one you can't take her eyes off because she's gonna be a total train wreck.
Yeah.
We know this is not that you like them, you like Stacey, but then you'll love Darcey because you know, like, you're just good TV.
Thank you, Gina.
Stacey's like the filler of the episode.
Oh, okay,
like,
that's why. So she probably don't keep it all.
Darcey's not going to allow us to love her sister. Let's just be honest right here. She's not going to give up that spotlight that she's created for herself, and she'll do whatever she has to do to keep the spotlight on her. So
I mean, Stacey really made her own spotlight when she came and, you know, rescued her sister. You know, Darcey just allowed her to come into the show. That's about it.
And I can already tell this isn't a 1-season show.
She'll pay for that. No. Darcey is mean. Darcey is bitter. Darcey's vindictive.
Does anybody know her zodiac sign?
I don't know. Do you think that they have to be the same, right?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Wouldn't it be funny if they were Geminis?
Hey.
I can tell you right now.
Now, settle down about them Geminis, okay?
No, but it would be like you would have the dark twin and the evil twin, but just in 2 separate bodies.
They're a Libra.
Balance. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yes. It's a balance. They balance each other out. That makes total sense.
Yeah,
they balance each other out, or they can cancel each other out.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Wow. You guys are very intuitive.
A negative is a negative, so you're not gonna always get that. Yep. Ooh.
But see, I like Darcey because she's like that chick you go out with. Now she can't sit at my table drunk.
Nah, she can't drink with me.
But I can sit at the next table and look at you and just laugh.
And laugh at you, right?
Well, she could sit at your table and get drunk. Here's why: because all of her venom turns towards her sister. She doesn't attack anybody else other than her sister.
And then you know what they also need to do is not do double dates. Because one will sit there in one corner, like doing a hug on their man, and then like Darcey will be drunk on the side, and she'll be like, "Oh, really, Stacey? You're gonna hug him in front of me?" And then she'll like grab onto her man, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing? Get off of me!"
That was the entire problem. And when they went to go visit Stacey and Florian,
Albanian. That was a train wreck. I'm like, be easy. And Tom's looking like, what is going on here? What's wrong with her?
Yeah.
He had that look like, okay, somebody help, arrest.
You know, I'm not bitter, but what I don't understand about Tom is I spoke with Tom and I asked him, would he be willing to do an interview or whatever the case is? And he said, you know, I know that it seems like I like to be on camera and I like to do interviews or TV or whatever, but I really don't. So I'm just going to have to pass. It doesn't really seem like you really don't like to be on TV when you're flying all the way to Connecticut to make an appearance for TLC, Darcey and Stacey.
He lies. He loves the camera. And
You think him and Stacey got something going on the under?
No way. No way. That's not her type at all. She likes abs. She likes
Yeah, Tom's not that dude.
But also, what do you guys think, real quick? Do you think TLC was completely honest with Tom about why he was coming there to film, or do you think they set him up to kind of vindicate Darcey?
It was a setup. Because he wouldn't like, as much as he's bashed Darcey on 90 Day Strikes Back, I don't see him coming on their show to be an accessory.
Yeah,
I just don't. I don't think he would put himself in a position to make Darcey look good, if that makes sense.
They probably said to him, Darcey wants to film with you or something like that. Like, because I know of another Bravo show where they've done this. I can't obviously say what it is, but they probably, what they did was called Tom and said, hey, listen, Darcey wants to have a conversation with you, but first we're going to need you to talk with her sister to apologize, and then we'll have you talk with Darcey and we can maybe bring you on. Would you be willing to do that? Kind of like build it up and make him think that he's going to have like maybe a paycheck or somehow work his way in there and to be a part of this new series. And then he gets there and they're like, okay, Stacey, drop the hammer.
Or maybe, what about if they gave him a package deal? He had, in order for him to get the Strikes Back paycheck, he had to do this and, take the fall.
I don't know.
Or we can just go with the immature way, and he's like a little immature little kid, and he just want to pick and nick at Darcey because he like her so much.
Well, he did blast her a lot. So it's just weird that he would just do a pop up for a scene.
Yeah, and people always say you talk out of anger. You always, love gets the best of people, make them, say crazy things, make them do crazy stuff. Maybe he's really in love with Darcey, and maybe he just has to find a way back. She won't take him back, he got to sneak his way in.
Is he driving in the schoolyard and he's like pulling her pigtails? I mean, come on now.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he's doing.
I mean, but he and Jesse are friends, so it falls in line with his immature behavior.
Exactly.
Guys,
we just the same man over and over again. So why are we expecting a different result?
True.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring up one more caller that we have in. Who should I drop down?
You can drop me. Look, you can drop me.
Hey, don't all be so volunteering to get off here. All right. Hi. Can you hear us?
I bet you can hear me now.
Yes, we can hear you. How are you?
Hey, you all. So I got in a little bit late, but I have a question for you.
Of course.
Do you not think that Stacey knows that he's already cheated?
I think that Stacey knows. I just think that she's already too deep in. I think that the network is already preparing for her to showcase her own before the 90 days on this show that they just signed a contract for. I think that she's already given 5 years of her life, and I think that he's sitting there denying it. So since she didn't see it for her own self, she's just being very gullible and letting love like blind her. So
the mean little twin sister is going to sick daddy then on a story that we already know how sort of ends. How cool of a twin sister could you be? She's like that girl that like twisted her sister's arms. Oh, she did it,
But I love that though, because I'm excited because the dad seems like he almost has that kind of like tough guy, like, almost like Italian. I don't really know what they are, but he has a very like tough guy kind of feel to him, but low key. And the Florian from Albania apparently has this attitude or anger kind of, back and forth, I guess. So it's going to be interesting because as we see like with Andre and Elizabeth's dad, when Elizabeth's dad tries to interfere, Andre's European and he's like, this is my wife. Don't interfere with me. And Florian might have the same. He might be like, listen, this is my girl. Don't interfere. So we'll see.
I don't know. And what's up with Tom in that letter? Can he drop that letter? He wants everybody to read that letter. That's what I got out of that whole take. Remember how he felt they did not read his letter and they ripped it up and threw it down on the ground?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Go ahead, Jamal.
I'm like, what did you expect? Like her, like, oh my God, she's gonna read it. I love Tom. I love him. Like I was a fool. Why read it? No.
When he called her fat, I would have totally Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa Giudice, table flipped. I mean, she has a lot of poise, because that is, most people would not have handled that situation like that, especially to do that on camera on national television and just to be like that disgusting about it. That's why, I mean, I hate to be opinionated. I'm usually not on here, but I really don't like Tom.
Tom is just, go ahead.
I was just saying that Tom is trying to figure out any way. You both were talking about how do you think he got paid for it, and this appearance is reflective on whether or not he's going to get paid for something else. His story's done. What more of a storyline? But I guess now he's going to be on this pillow talk with his sister, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how many episodes he gets.
I know, because they just
That's what I want to see.
Him and his ex for Big Ed and his mom. So I'm curious how many episodes. Yeah.
I liked him and his ex on Pillow Talk. I'm sorry. They were one of my favorites.
I didn't realize, I'm waiting to see if I have Molly Hopkins coming on today. I have to check my email when I get off of here, but I think we might be doing a live at 4 p.m. And she had to reschedule with me one time because they actually have Pillow Talk schedules them all. It's like its own thing where they're scheduled, they're casted, it's like you think that it feels like we're just in somebody's living room, like it's just anybody, but they still have their complete own structure too. Like you can easily get nixed if you're not funny enough. I mean, there's a cycle.
Pillow Talk I love Pillow Talk. It's great.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, guys. Go ahead.
They have earpieces in. It looks like you can see they have earpieces. So to me, it sounds like production's in their ear. And they're feeding and maybe some lines that they might not. So I don't TLC.
Well, and they also have meetings the night before with production before they do the Pillow Talk. So they probably do have certain points within the episode that production, they probably brief them for an hour and they're like, okay, so Kenneth is going to propose. I want you guys to have a big it's the first gay proposal we have on 90 Days, so make it really big. You know what I mean? And then from there, they probably really just coach them through how their reactions should be or should be expected to be, and then just go from there and make it your own.
Yeah, but if Darcey and Stacey were really smart, they would have gotten Pillow Talk because they would be hilarious.
Yeah, but they're in their own little world.
I know, but no, they were on. Darcey was on Strikes Back.
No, I thought the two of them were in bed eating and ordering wings and stuff like that.
Were they? I didn't find that.
Yeah.
That might have been way back at the beginning of Pillow Talk.
Yeah, the two of them were on it.
Because I thought that they might have just did a flashback in Darcey and Stacey of it. At the very beginning, when they're showing all of the stuff that they've done.
Because
they weren't in the new house yet. They were at the old place. Yeah. They weren't in the new house.
Mary says yes, they were. Tony said yes, they were.
Ah, I missed that. I just started.
There was two brothers. There was two brothers too on those seasons too, right? And one of them got kicked off.
Tariq and Dean were on it.
I started watching it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They're really good. All right, thanks, guys.
All right. No, well, I was gonna say before you go, what was your favorite part? Let us know your favorite part before you drop out.
Oh, heck yeah, the throwing shoes. No, you liar, I love it. Oh, because Deb, the Corilla, she got her way. She had that set up and pegged. She wanted that breakup to happen.
That was my favorite part of Happily Ever After too. You're right. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Bye, everyone. Bye.
All right. I'm going to bring back Carla up, and then we can all just real quick, I guess, say what we're looking forward to most about Darcey and Stacey, and then say our goodbyes because we have a lot of episodes to do today. All right, Carla, you can take this away. What are you looking forward to most to see from Darcey and Stacey?
I want to see if this relationship Darcey ain't gonna last, and
That's
how long it's gonna last.
That's a good one. She said that so just chill.
She has bad luck in men. She has bad taste in men. She has bad luck in relationships. She just needs to sit down somewhere.
Thank you so much, Carrie. Have a shot on me. You have a long day. If I have a shot on you, Carrie, then I'm probably not going to make it through my long day, but I appreciate it.
At all.
Debbie, what are you looking forward to most?
Probably the demise of Stacey and Florian.
I know, it's like
that
a
implode.
stick. We look forward to it, but it's awful.
Who knows? It might be the beginning of a new 90 Day Fiance where they just focus on one particular couple for the season, since things are getting rough with immigration and the coronavirus and stuff like that. It might be the new way forward for 90 Day Fiance. Never know.
Wow. All right. Jamal?
Oh, for me, I want to see Florian sit down with the dad once the cheating thing comes out. That's what I'm looking forward to. I want to know if Mike is going to let him walk out on his own power. I want to know if Florian's still going to have that face. I just need to know what's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Because you can't cheat on this man's daughter and live in his house that he paid for.
See, I'm going to piggyback off of you a little bit on this one because I look forward to most. We see in the upcoming trailer that Darcey is obviously going to talk with this girl that Florian cheated with, but then I think Darcey has her talk to Stacey too, and I can't wait to hear that conversation. I mean, again, nobody wants to see somebody go through the BS, but this is what we're signing up for, guys. So deliver us the show. We're watching, you know?
Oh, yeah, I'm watching because this is going to be entertaining.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'm going to go ahead and drop everyone out. I hope to see you guys later tonight at 7:15 for TLC 90 Day Fiance The Other Way.
Right,
yes, I was just about to ask, are you doing the other way tonight?
I'm doing The Other Way. I have to get with Sherelle and find out about Potomac. If we're not doing Potomac live tonight, then I'm going to cover it tomorrow for Super Bravo Tuesday. And then also I'm going to post in my community tab when I hear from Molly what time we're doing that.
Yay!
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This was such a great recap today of Darcey and Stacey. What a great start to the season. There's going to be so much drama. I can't wait to see what's to come. Again, you guys, we have a super busy day. So thank you so much for the super sticker, Hermione. I appreciate you. And thank you so much, Tammy, for the super sticker. I really appreciate you. Guys, we have such a busy day today. So again, I'm going to confirm in my community tab if Molly... if we're interviewing with Molly, it would be at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where, of course, it's confirmed we're doing our recap tonight at 7:15 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time, of TLC 90 Day The Other Way. Okay, guys? So don't forget, join me live. And also, guys, oh my gosh, there's just so much that we have going on. This is a lot. And Super Bravo Tuesdays is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Everybody's welcome except you, Jolene. So with that being said, bye, guys. Woo! I'll take that shot, Carrie.